we are reaching you live from the Executive Council Chambers, New Government House, Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. The live coverage of the grand finale of the 21st edition of the Joint Planning Nigeria. Professor Yemi Osebanjo is live in Abakaliki, Ebonyi State. Executive Council Chambers, where the recitation of the national anthem is ongoing.
As we remain standing, let's take the national prayer. O God of creation, direct our noble cause, guide our leaders right, guide our leaders right, help our youth the truth to know, in love and honesty to grow, and in living just and true, great lofty heights attain, to build a nation where peace and justice shall reign. You may be seated. Thank you. Your Excellency, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, GCON SAN, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, Engineer David Mweze Umahi, FNSCF Nathe, the Governor of Ebonyi State of Nigeria and Chairman of the Southeast Governors Forum. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State, Barrister Eric Lechigwe, PhD, Honorable Minister of Finance here present, Zainab Ahmed, Honorable Minister of Finance for State, Prince Ekande Abba here present, the Right Honorable Speaker of the Ebonyi State House of Assembly, Chief Francis Obona Mwifru, and distinguished members of the House, my Lord, the Chief Judge of Ebonyi State, Honorable Justice Avis Ngene and his brother judges, His Excellency, the immediate past Governor of Ebonyi State, His Excellency, the immediate past Governor of Ebonyi State, Chief Martin N. Elechi, Federal and State Permanent Secretaries here present, Chief Stanley Okoro Emeya, Chairman of the EBBC Ebonyi State of Nigeria, members of Ebonyi State Executive Council, directors and participants of the summit, distinguished invited guests, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen. May I welcome you very specially to the National Council on Development Planning. Without further protocol, Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, please, let's welcome our dear Vice President with scholar notes. Biko Butenoche Kaina Bata, His Excellency.
Is the continuation of the event live here in the new Executive Council Chambers, New Government House, Ochudo Centenary City, Abakaliki, the capital of the salt of the nation. On the closing ceremony of the 21st edition of the Joint Planning Board, JPB, and National Council on Development Planning, NCDP meeting, where we have
Your Excellency,
Let's quickly take you back to the Executive Council chambers where His Excellency the Governor,
the Honorable Minister of State for Finance, Mr. Speaker, the Chief Judge, the Father of our State, Chief Martin Aneleji, and other leaders of the state. I don't know if Dr. Sam Omenyewu is here, he was with us, and Chief Francis Oji, former Deputy Governor of Odimi State, and our party chairman, and Secretary to Government, and all our leaders. Excellency, the tradition is that when we see a brother, a sister, a leader, a good visitor, we present cola notes to say welcome. And when we do this in a traditional way, they say the cola doesn't understand any other language than the language of the people. And so, sir, you are our brother, you are our friend, and you are our destiny helper. And that's why we traditionally present this cola notes to you, sir. Your Excellency. Oji Janabata, His Excellency the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, Oji Abiyawo.
Thank you very much.
I can buy it. If you just pay me some money later. Oh.
that's a presentation of cola notes.
The Vice President in Abataloji, Ajim Pere, the Chairman of Southeast Traditional Rulers Council, Ogo Ranyo Former. They don't know whether the chairman on there. The chairman on there. Okay. Udude, you know what else to do.
That's a presentation of cola nuts by His Excellency the Governor to the Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Yes, sir. Ojaga, you go.
That's the tradition.
I can look back over now. In Tanawa, we go Mamela Bonny State. The President, that's in Nigeria. President Muhammadu Buhari, we don't know Chiranyabu Utialokwa, Professor Usibanjo, we need a boy in Tana. Oba Eleta Oroma, Governor Bonny State Chicken, Oba Iwamona, the Merain, Yuma Aquasa, a church, Bonny State. Taba Perain. Already teacher, all Bonny State, the Ogo governor. I like a chireke, Gimmer, Oka Madia, Bata Ebony Tan, the Aquilania, that of you will look full honorable of you will live me like a Aquilania. I like chireke. Ibe Gojia, Ebony State, the Gojia governor, Yelani Besco Chambers, members, Mendo Okiwu, Mendo Legensico Assembly, Ebony State, Mendo Leje Zuko Lagos, Abuja, Chireka Gojia President Ayebu Buhari, La Chai, Game Igwedowa, Ruanye Kanye Neboi, oge isi onye nke abụọ ya bụ onye ọbịa ibe anyị nta anyị bụ Osibanjo. Oge ozi anyị mere abụ n'eze na anyị mere abụ ọgaranya odere leta anya na-ekpere igwe ekpere agọrọkwa ọkwọ iwere agara werele Naijiria. Anyị na-arịọ ime ndị ọbịa ibe anyị ebe ala nta ewela lepụrụ ndị wewere ijeọma tọba ọrụ kwụrụ akpọkwala echi ụzọ igwe onye bụ anyị ọrụ ime anyị sere Kraịst onye nwe anyị.
Thank you very much. Your Excellency, our dear Vice President, the summary is that God will bless you. Thank you. Biko Kenya, His Excellency, the Vice President Oje, His Excellency, our Governor, His Excellency, the Deputy Governor, Honorable Minister, the Speaker, my Lord, the Chief Judge, former Governor, the party hierarchy, members of the National Assembly, represented here by Comrade Chinedu Oga OON. Ikuku, you are welcome, sir. Thank you. Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osibanjo SAN GCON, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, once again, may I very humbly welcome you to the National Council on Development Planning. At this point, Your Excellency, it is my honor and privilege to very humbly invite for opening address the Honorable Minister of Finance, Budget and National Planning, Ahmed Zainab. Please can we give him a round of applause as he steps forward to present his address. Honorable Minister, sir.
The Honorable Minister of Finance.
Your Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, the Honorable Minister of State, Budget and National Planning, Honorable Commissioners, Heads of Agencies, Resource Persons, Participants, Members of the Press, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I'm really delighted to be here today, even though virtually, to welcome you to the 21st meeting of the National Council on Development Planning, taking place in the ancient city of Abakaliki in Ebonyi State. This meeting, organized by the Ministry of Finance, Budget and National Planning, in close collaboration with the Ebonyi State government, is a follow-up to the 2021 20th edition held in Maiduguri, Borno State. I would like to reiterate that the SEDP meeting is a meeting of State's Honorable Commissioners of Budget and Economic Planning, organized annually as a veritable platform for senior officials of federal and state ministries, departments and agencies, representatives of the organized private sector, civil society organizations, and the academia, among others, to brainstorm on contemporary economic and social issues in order to provide workable solutions to the numerous challenges facing our economy. Let me begin by expressing my deep appreciation to His Excellency, the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Professor Yemi Osibanjo, GCON, for honoring our invitation to attend this event in person despite his very busy engagements. This underscores the importance His Excellency attaches to the objectives and the direction of this meeting. I also want to appreciate His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Ebonyi State, Engineer Dave Umahi, FNSE, and indeed the good people of Ebonyi State for accepting to host this important meeting. The warm reception on hospitality extended to us so far has proven that the choice of Ebonyi for this meeting is certainly the right one. The timing of this meeting is noteworthy as its outcomes will influence national and subnational entities' 2023 budget formulation and implementation. You will agree with me that the only solution to our numerous challenges are to strengthen our institutions over and above personalities and deliver good governance to our people. As you are aware, the theme of this year's meeting, which is Good Governance and Institutional Capacity, Pathways to Sustainable National Development, has been carefully crafted to reflect the essence of good governance in providing the dividends of democracy to our people, as well as to improve the standard of living. The implementation of the Medium-Term National Development Plan 2021 to 2025 has entered the second year with policies, programs, and projects of ministries, departments, and agencies derived from the plan. The vision of the plan is to unlock the full potential of public-private partnership and social sectors and enhance industrialization, such inclusive holistic development, employment generation of about 25 million jobs by the year 2025. The total size of the investment is 348 trillion, out of which about 14% will come from government, while the private sector will contribute 85%. I therefore wish to state that as policy experts, planners, and managers of our economy, we must know that Nigerians are not interested on how we get it done or who should be blamed for our national predicaments. What they are yearning for is how the government intends to address the identified challenges, deliver good governance and dividends of democracy to the common man for sustainable national development. To achieve this and more, government has come up with various initiative programs such as the National Social Investment Program, including the Empower, the Government Enterprise Program, the Conditional Cash Transfer, as well as the Homegrown School Feeding Program. We also have the Anchor Brewers Program, the Presidential Power Initiative, and the Presidential Fertilizer Initiative. The program of the World Bank, the 750 million support, is to cater for the poor and the vulnerable, providing immediate emergency relief to smallholder farmers as well as MSMEs. The World Bank loan, over a 2-year period, has an intervention allocated to each state of $20 million and $50 million to the FCT under the NCARES. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, you will agree with me that the cheering news to many Nigerians is not just about plan and well-articulated strategies and targets. It's rather about the consistency of this administration in the execution of programs and projects initiated even by past administrations to ensure that implementation benefits the citizens of our country. To this end, it is pertinent to note that the federal government is enjoining all states to align their state's medium-term plan to the national aspirations and work collaboratively with the private sector as much is expected from them in terms of investments. Before I conclude, let me state that we need to be more conscious and committed to our responsibilities as leaders, such that the gap between the leaders and the led are narrowed or even closed. My call is that for all Nigerian politicians and religious organizations and all groups to join hands together so that we can work together as one. We must also shun negativities and focus on how best we can contribute to creating a new Nigeria where every citizen will have equal opportunities as well as realize their full potentials. On this note, I want to once again thank His Excellency the Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria for attending this event. I also express my profound appreciation to the Ebonyi State people and government under the dynamic leadership of Engineer Dave Umahi. I commend the excellent arrangements and logistics that have been put in place for the success of this meeting. I also acknowledge the contributions of all participating organized private sector and also everybody that has contributed to the success of this event. Finally, it is my pleasure and honor once again to formally welcome you all to the 2022 21st edition of the National Council on Development Plan meeting. Thank you very much for your kind attention. Good morning.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Your Excellency, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Next on the item is going to be presentation on the modest achievements of a great man, a great leader, and son of Ebonyi State, our dear Governor, Engineer David Umahi, and it is powered by the Ministry of Information and State Orientation. I would like to very humbly request the Honorable Commissioner for Information to please go ahead. Barrister Oji Uchenna Oji, please.
Cheta na nke a bụ mmechi ọgbakọ nke otu bọọdụ dị iche na otu kansụl okwu na-ahụ maka nhazi obodo agba nke 21 nke a na-enwe na
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Honorable Commissioner, for information on state orientation. Please, can you give a round of applause to His Excellency the Governor for that giant stride in infrastructure. Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We are proud of you. Your Excellency, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we would like to, at this point, go for cultural display, and I would like to, with due respect, invite the State Council for Arts and Culture, the UNU group, to please come forward and use few minutes to entertain us, please. Council for Arts and Culture. Thank you.
cheta na nke a bụ mmechi ọgbakọ conference nke otu bọọdụ dị iche iche na otu kansụl okwu na-ahụ maka nhazi.
Please, cameraman, can you adjust from the stage so that we can take the cultural dance,
onye
please?
isi ala anyị bụ Prọfesọ Yemi Osibanjo nọ taa n'ala Ebonyi steeti ịgbape ọgbakọ a ma hụkwa na apịachiri ya n'otu aka ahụ. Cheta na ọgbakọ a na-ewere ọnọdụ n'ụlọ ezumezu ukwu nke ndị otu kansụl okwu na-achị Ebonyi steeti bụ Exco Chambers nke dị na obi gọọmenti steeti a arụrụ ọhụrụ. Mgbe na-adịghị anya ị ga-ahụta ndị otu egwu Ebonyi Art Council n'ọgbọ.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you very much, Ebonyi State Council for Arts and Culture. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hello. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, please. Thank you very much. Thank you, Council for Arts and Culture. Please, can you give them a round of applause? Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. My brother, you get sense, so you for carry big one. Your Excellencies, very distinguished ladies and gentlemen, that was a very beautiful performance from Ebonyi State Council for Arts and Culture, the UNU Group. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, may I have the honor and privilege to invite a phenomenal governor with phenomenal achievements, a goal-getter, a development expert, His Excellency, Engineer Dr. David Umeze Umahi, Governor of the Ebonyi State of Nigeria. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you. Please be seated. We way by time, so I won't go through the protocol, but it's a very sincere pleasure to, on behalf of the good people of Ebonyi State, to welcome our dear brother, the friend of the state, a great loyalist to Mr. President, and a great partner in the nation building of Nigeria, His Excellency Professor Yemi Osibanjo, Vice President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Your Excellency, you're very much welcome. There is this ecstasy that we always feel around you each time you're in our state. And somebody asked me, what is ecstasy? And ecstasy, your professor of the law of witness, and I have witnesses to this, that it's a feeling you feel when you feel you are going to feel a feeling which you feel never felt before. And that's ecstasy, sir, and that's the ecstasy we have in seeing you and receiving you into Ebonyi State. You're welcome, Your Excellency. Let me also welcome our dear Minister of Finance in proxy, and thank her very highly for choosing Ebonyi State together with our brother, the Minister of State for Finance, and the Palm Secretary of Finance, and all the state commissioners and Palm Secretary and federal government officials, the delegates. Thank you very much for trusting us and bringing this program to Ebonyi State. I will believe you're going to take out a little time to see where the little money you give to us, has been going, and see if you can improve on what you give to us. Your Excellency, my younger brother and the Deputy Governor of Ebonyi State, my son, the Right Honorable Speaker of Ebonyi State House of Assembly, my Lord, the Chief Judge of Ebonyi State, our dear Father, and the Father of the State, His Excellency, the immediate past Governor of this state, and a member of the founding fathers of this state, one who is fortunate to be alive and to have governed this state, who led the Freedom Foundation for this state, Chief Martin Wanjo-Elechi, the former Deputy Governor of the state, the party chairman, the Secretary to Government, the former National Vice Chairman of the defunct P something, and our eyes, the National Assembly, the member representing Ikwo as our South Federal Constituency, and all the commissioners, especially Commissioner for Finance, and the financial team, the Elders Council, founding fathers that are here, my lords, the judges of Ebonyi State, Deputy Speaker of Ebonyi State House of Assembly, and the leader of the House of Assembly, and all the House of Assembly members, National Assembly members, our great leaders, my dear brothers and sisters. On your behalf, I welcome His Excellency, the Vice President, and the Minister of State of Finance, and all the delegation to Ebonyi State. Let me first thank the Vice President for his commitment and loyalty to Mr. President, and all the doggedness in facing the daily challenges of our nation. And I always say that the challenges we face in Nigeria is not peculiar to Nigeria alone. It's a global problem. We're having our own share of it. But out of patriotism and commitment and hoping out, I believe strongly that what Mr. President and Vice President are doing is going to see us out of these challenges. And I've maintained that politics and patriotism and love for the nation should be separated. Where the ruling government has done very well, it is important to acknowledge it. And where they need to look into, we can constructively, point those areas. Somebody in US that is the opposition party says that whatever it is, whether it is for good or for bad, that is paid to oppose. And that is the center of our politics in Nigeria, which shouldn't be. Love for the country and patriotism should be our driving force to move this country forward. Because where there is no country, there are no leaders. But where we have a country, by making some sacrifices, we definitely have a nation. So I have faith in this country, I have faith in our leaders, and I commend Mr. President and the Vice President and all the leaders. They inherited quite a huge, what the ordinary mind could say, insurmountable problems. But I think because God brought them, they have done quite a lot. And I challenge the party to broadcast the good and great things Mr. President and the Vice President are doing for our nation. They have really sacrificed, and this is one thing nobody can take away from them. Before I read this short address, let me say one or two things about, certain, issues of national, focus. I feel so sad where there is a debate about VAT. All over the nation of this world, VAT is collected by the central government. And I don't know why everything in this country is politicized. If you say that the local government is a third tier of government, which means that they are empowered by law to collect VAT, going by the argument going on, then the state will collect VAT, then the federal government. So if goods are produced in one particular local government, and then they have to now get to the state. So local government will collect VAT, state will collect VAT, and if we move down to Enugu, there will be another set of VAT collection. It gets down to Kogi and so on and so forth. So it's an invitation to anarchy. We've been to other countries and we find out that VAT in particular is different from state tax. It's being centrally collected. So we encourage, the lawmakers to revisit this issue so that VAT will definitely go into the exclusive list. And I was told, of course, I read Mr. President, when he said the Financial Act of 2010, made it mandatory that the federal government will collect VAT. So I encourage this, and even some of the states that are not supporting this will be badly affected if this thing happens. And let's not forget that the chain is as strong as the weakest link. And some of the developed states, were developed in the past with the resources of the entire federation. Let's not forget that. So that some of us that are struggling out of our own sweat should be encouraged. The issue of subsidy or insubsidy is also another thing that calls for, collective patriotism, because it is biting everybody. And I want to commend the Committee of Governors working with His Excellency, the Vice President. And I think that what he beautifully put forward, which is to put the palliatives ahead of any kind of discussion or removal, like he proposed in our committee, the issue of developing gas vehicles, converting some of our